Do you ever just feel the need to prove yourself? Well, that's me. Here I am today with a brick and a handmade knife. This is CBM 4CM. We're going to see how well the edge holds up after punching it through a brick with the aid of a 4-pound hammer, which I'm going to grab and let's go through the brick. Right, so we went through the brick. Now it's time to see how much of the edge is left. Now some damage did take place just because it's a brick, so alright. Still got that much of an edge. Little scrap of paper here. Let's see how it does. Alright, so there is some skipping. It's not bad. There's a lot of scratching, but I mean, it'll still slice paper. All right, that's even better than I thought it would do. How about we step things up just a hair, and we go ahead and put it through a cinder block. All right, there is more damage on the edge now. Time for the cardboard test. Yeah, get it right there in the damage area. All right, so it'll still cut some cardboard. It's about to cut me. I might grab a bigger piece. Right, let's see here. Get it from the old trash can. Okay, let's see. Yep. Cut the cardboard. Don't know about the paper. Let's see. I'm gonna grab a bigger piece of paper. This is not the same edge, but it will still cut some paper. I can feel the serrations in the blade made from the dents, but there's still enough little parts on it that it can slice the paper. Even with all that damage, it's still doing something. Huh. Now there it kind of slid off, but that's still a somewhat usable edge. Yeah, I guess there's enough of the edge still intact that it's still kind of there. I am actually surprised at that. So it's got what it's got to be is it's got to be that there's a lot of damage, but there's enough areas on the blade that are still intact and sharp that it's just able to work through some of the stuff. It can still cut you, definitely, but that's honestly better than I thought it would do. All right, so that's actually a hunting knife too. I didn't put a combat grind on this knife. It's not extra thick. but it just went through all that. So, yeah, I'm pretty dang proud right now. All right, so I've decided to take the test one step further. The cinder block damage is still on the knife. Now, we saw that it would slice paper and still cut the cardboard. So let's take it a step further to something even more intense than anything so far. Will it slice a tomato? Let's find out. Wow. So they'll still slice a tomato even after all that. Let's see here. It won't do the still slide thing. It's lost too much of an edge for that, but still slice up a tomato pretty cleanly. And you could even dice it. Now, I'm no chef, so I don't know much about proper dicing, and real chef probably would hate the way that felt, but these slices are all pretty clean. So, I mean, I'm very happy with the results of the abusive test and taking it to this level. So, there you go. If you want a knife like this, link to my Etsy down below. I do sales from time to time, so even if you go to it and you think that $120 is too much to pay for a knife like this, just stay in touch, because the sales do happen. A final word to the people who watch this video. The things that happened here, I did with eye protection, ear protection, and with a high level of caution, and paid close attention to every single move I made so that I could avoid injuries. I've had plenty of injuries in knife making and just in my regular life that I exercise a fair amount of caution to avoid hurting myself, and still I can have accidents. So I do not recommend that you do anything that I've done here or recreate it in your own space. However, you're free to do whatever you want. Your life is your own, so is your safety. But I would advise against doing things like this, especially with sharp objects, because if you're not prepared for the possible consequences, you could run into an accident. So that's my disclaimer on the types of things that you see me doing here. And I feel comfortable taking those risks because I do want to, for one thing, prove my products, but I also want to display what they can be put through and what they can survive. Now, this test was specifically on my hunting bushcraft knife in CPM 154cm. I will make more videos on my other styles of knives, but the results of this video are purely about this particular knife, and the results that are unique to this particular steel and style is what can be expected if you buy this product. So don't go buying one of my discount projects or something from a different steel and expect the same results as those in this video. But with that, I hope that you take a look at my store on Etsy and have a knife day. That was pretty lame.